welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep, Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy.
And I'm Delahazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo Super Sunday Show. I'm your host, Mr. Adam of Veggie Clan First, and with me is Inquisitor
First of my name!
of 8 First.
8 point first, yes.
There you go. And Sora Luna, or Sus Luna.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
There was supposed to be an Eeyore. I put him on the title, but apparently he was late to the show. So
This fucking guy.
He did mention he might have a post-dinner coma, so
well,
that might be it.
Excuses.
Well,
how are you both doing this evening?
I'm doing okay. How about you, man?
No, I'm doing all right. How about you, Sora?
oh well, I had a lovely day. I decided to dye my hair out of boredom, and it turned out very nicely.
Ah, what color?
Golden brown, nothing exciting.
Oh,
Mostly
okay.
because for anything else, I have to bleach it, and I refuse to experiment that far. Because I have dark hair, so. But
Yeah.
I did. It did lighten up a little bit with the thing, and it's like, oh hey, look. Yeah, so that was my Sunday.
That's good.
Very nice. No, hope it turned out well.
It hasn't fallen off my head. Nothing burnt off, and it looks pretty in the sunlight. So basically, all I need.
Oh, very good. You know, I honestly, I think the last time I did anything with my hair, I dyed it blonde, or bleached it blonde, I guess you can say. But let's try and see if I can get the imagery, because we were looking at photos from our adventure at Washington Island. So let me see if I can get this up and running here. What did I... There we go. Hey, Quiz, does that look familiar?
Where? Let me see. I don't think we've caught up on the stream yet.
Oh.
I'm watching the stream.
Oh, yeah, let me...
And we got like 14 something seconds. We got a delay. There we go. There we go.
Yay.
All right. Yeah, that's the view from Rock Island to Washington Island over the Lake Michigan. And then
Yo,
It's
I'm not gonna
beautiful.
lie. And hold on, I changed the background because
yeah, that's
oh wait wait oh, whoop.
yeah, that one's a different aspect ratio. Here, let me just maximize it. There we go.
Oh, 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 oh. Yo, yeah. The other day, we were discussing on how to set up like a stream. I think with what SCP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned like, oh yeah, Adam just has an image of Lakeshore Drive, and that's kind of worked out.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, well, you know what? I got this one too. Um, I use an arcade image for when I stream on the arcade show.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd much rather, if you can get your own custom imagery for the background,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot better. Unless you get some good footage like what we're gonna see here.
Mm-hmm. And so the one that I usually use, the template I use, it's just been added to over time. So like I, started off with the just like the image windows, and then I steadily started adding things to it. But yeah, that's the way you work it. But yeah, this is on the way up to the Ranger's house, off of the concourse sort of area from the landing from the ferry. And there's back at the boathouse.
Is it a car-free island?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
what?
Yeah.
nice.
The only auto was there, like any sort of auto, was a gas powered like go-kart sort of dealie. That the
Mhm.
ranger had, that he would come out to help anyone who needed assistance to like any of the campsites.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, the what I was looking for when I chose this area to come out to was I wanted remote, and that's what I got. It was really really remote. And so you had to take a ferry to get there. You had the boathouse. You had these campsites, and then the only plumbing you can see right over here. This little tiny building on the left, way 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 out to the left. That was the only
Mhm.
place with running plumbing.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
that was the you had to wake up super early in the morning just to get a good shit out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sorry.
No,
It's well, that's I shouldn't have said that, but
in front of a lady. In front of a lady.
it was that or the fucking outhouse, and good god, that
That was a
outhouse.
death hole. It was a
Oh,
death
wow.
hole.
The last
You-
time, oh no, not it wasn't the last time carving. At one time, when we were camping in high school,
Mhm.
we went to a place that basically it was sort of towards the end of the season because it was in September,
Mhm.
and the area we were canoeing to clean the outhouse, they bring a specialized like boat in and everything, like very small, but they hadn't cleaned it yet, and they were like, oh yeah, we forgot there's this big group of students coming in, and so we got there 4 hours ahead of the cleaning crew, and of course everyone needs to use the outhouse and everything, so first person goes in, opens the lid, and just screams because like 100 flies, it must have been,
Oh,
just
dude.
explode out of
flies.
there. And of course we could smell it, that we knew it wasn't clean, and we were told, hey, the cleaners are coming after you guys, but like, so okay, that was expected. But oh my, and everyone was like, nobody wanted to use it. Everybody was like, you know what, I'm more comfortable just going out in the woods, it's fine.
Mhm.
Like, nobody touched the outhouse.
Whenever it was like nighttime, and you didn't run the risk of like running across like a kid from one of the group campsites,
Yeah.
I just pissed out in the woods. I didn't care. But yeah, no, like when you wake up early in the morning and like everyone's up and awake and walking around, it's like, I gotta go to the fucking death box. The only real problem with the campsite that I could sit there and say was that there was a little bit of a fly problem. But then again, our campsite was like the closest one to the outhouse, so I kind of get why we had it.
Yeah.
Still didn't like it, but by the second day when we were at that campsite, yeah, it was fine. It didn't bother me so much, but
You kind of it takes. I mean, I'm very city, so for me, it
Mhm.
takes a good day. From what I remember, mind you, again, I was saying before stream that it's been since high school since I went camping because that was I don't have any equipment. So in high school, we were able to rent and do all that sort of stuff. So the
Sure,
majority
sure.
was provided for you, right?
Mhm.
And so for me, it was I needed a good day of doing something. Like it has to be, I don't know, canoeing to our place, hiking to our place for me to get comfortable being out in the woods again.
It
Wasn't
Yeah.
scared. It was
it would
literally
been
just the
fun
bathroom thing.
going
Yeah.
You know,
camping with Sora Luna.
Oh,
Well, maybe we can schedule it sometime this next year.
Hey.
I enjoyed it for the most part. I think it depends who you share a tent with.
Very
Well,
true. Very true.
I don't share no tent with
Well, that's true. Adam, say going back here, we had pictures of the actual campsite. Here, hold on, let me bring those back up. I say because this is just the Thor Darson Trail, the huge hike we went on. It was 6.5
right?
miles.
What is it? Swedish or Norwegian?
Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole island was originally like populated by a Norwegian fishing village that had just kind of left to rot over time. The foundations were like completely gone too and everything. This is like the early 1800s, and then a dude named Thor Darson bought the island and ran the only functioning lighthouse on the island. And that island in particular, Rock Island, is the last island in the bay that allows you to go around Door County and down into Green Bay. So it was a very, very important site. But here, let me pull up the campsite here. This is the overview. It's gonna go like this, and then switch it over to.
It looks like it's still working, so.
Yeah, no, I'm just finding the other one. There you go.
Hey,
So
anybody in chat, just let us know, or at least let me know if audio or visual is not working. We should have switched over to. Oh, there's a 14-second delay, right? Okay.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. So far, well, audio I can't tell, but the image so far we've
Okay, yeah, it looks good.
had it quite well.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
It's just that there we go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So this was the overview of the campsite. You can see my roommate Sanguine and Adam out there, and then the individual sites. This one was my tent. I had a rain slicker over top of a hammock, and it was so nice sleeping on a hammock out in the woods. And then that was my roommates, and you can see the shit box right behind it. And then there's Sanguines, and then all of our gear spread out over top of the picnic table at the area, and then there was the fire pit. So that was a lot of fun. So then let's go over here, and then change windows back over to the Thor Darson Trail stuff. Okay. I can close that and then bring this back. Okay. So and then after the Thor Darson Trail, that's a little bit more of the lake. You can see right here, there's this massive like shale beach that ran mostly the circumference of the island. There was one area on the northeastern side of the island that had a full-on sandy beach, and that's where we all went on Wednesday, our last night there, to go out into the lake and swim around for a bit. It was fun.
Could
It
you
was-
swim anywhere else? It's just more comfortable on the sand.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could, but you'd be
Yeah.
walking around barefoot on shale rocks, and it's not
Oh,
comfy.
yeah.
Unless you were Sanguine, who apparently could just walk all the way.
So yeah, we didn't get any pictures of that, but yeah, Sanguine returned to his people for a little bit because
We should have gotten pictures of it, because
He
son
just-
of a
yeah.
bitch. Like,
he just walked like 300 feet from the beach out into the lake, and it was hilarious just seeing him just return to nature.
and he
Very
just turn
nice.
around and be like, "Well, I don't understand what your problem is. Everything's
It's like
okay."
my feet are on the bottom. It got to the point. It got to the point where I went back to just so that I wouldn't have to be walking on or standing on horribly slippery moss-covered shale rock. And I, was actually firmly on uncomfortable sand. And I just pointed out this thing when I said, "Chicago's about maybe 300 miles that way. We'll see you see you on Friday."
And he'd make it. You'd see him just walking on shore, just.
Yep.
Oh, oh shit! Fucking Sanguine. Oh no.
Yeah, there's some more of the island. Now this island out here in the distance, this was Washington Island. To get to the island that we camped at, you had to take 2 ferries. The first one you could put your car on, which is what we did. We put my Jeep on it. We came out to Washington Island, and we stayed there for one night in civilization, right? And then we went out to Rock Island. My car was parked like right over here, and then we took the ferry over here, and we stayed here for 3 nights, and then came back onto Washington Island, stayed a night there, and then went back to Wisconsin, and then drove away, drove back down to Chicago. But yes, right here's the I believe that was the Ranger's house. It was boarded up on one side, but I think it was open on the other, and you can see right over here. This is the little.
This
Like-
is a lovely little building. Oh, this is cute.
All of the architecture on the island was this sort of like shale stone buildings.
Mhm.
It was great. So also I've got to show off the stake kirk too.
He has 2 torch lanterns in front of his house.
Yeah, the fucking braziers. Look at that. I love it. There were also braziers like that over by the sign when you come into the island.
Oh, right,
Yeah, on where it shows the Rock Island National Park. But you can definitely tell these have never been lit because there's no soot stains on the wall.
And if you saw the sheriff, hey, God rest his soul. He's not that he's gone, but I mean, hey, God be with him. But he's like an old. He looks like the dude from Up.
Yeah, he was like this frail, doddering old dude, but he was a nice enough guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He'd come around like, hey, you're not gonna
Hey,
be able to get
what's going on?
your logs outside of 5 o'clock. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. We the Wisconsin National Park system. The way it works is they don't want you bringing in any like outside logs, because even when you burn logs, they tend to throw up a lot of shit into the air, including things like ash and wood chips and so on and so forth, which can lead to cross contamination. So
Okay,
instead,
yeah.
what they do is they sell wood local to the park. But the problem was that they only
Hold
sold
on.
it from
Hold on.
4:30 to
Hold on.
5:30.
How do I ban somebody in chat?
Oh, what happened now? What happened now?
This fucking crazy ass Canuck over here. No offense, Sora. I love you. But this Genty Maxi.
Really? I too want to see the secret videos.
What is this secret video? There's no secret videos. Hold on.
So are you the big spoon or the little spoon, Adam?
Whoa. Hold on. If that's the case, Sora, I'll trade you.
Oh, I think so. I think we can make that trade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give you a videotape.
Very true. Very true.
The old Odysseus switching bait. Oh, but yeah, Gen T Maxi, you know what? shouldn't you be asleep? It's past your bedtime there. So again, going back to what we were talking about.
Yes.
What were we talking about?
We were just showing off stuff about the trail. This is the area that goes up into the woods for the massive hike that we did.
Oh shit! Yeah. That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Hike.
And there was this place. It wasn't on the map. We didn't know what the fuck this building was for.
I thought they said it was the water house.
No, that was the tower that we came across, like the last building that we came across.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the water tower. I don't know what the hell this building was for.
Well, maybe this is where those. Okay, there was people who said they lived in the lighthouse, but I think that's bullshit.
Well,
maybe that's where they
have.
stay. I think
I don't know.
they're staying there, and it's just a facade, you know.
Well, that would have been a long hike back there from the lighthouse. That was a long way.
Well, I mean, they only have to make that hike, once or twice a day, when the tours go.
True, they don't have to walk the whole circumference of the island, which is what the Thordarson Trail was.
Dude, you saw inside that lighthouse. There's no way that these people were living in there.
It was tiny. It was really tiny. Those accommodations were, yeah.
Especially with okay, it'd be one thing if it was like hippy dippy adults, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they may endure it for a couple of days, maybe a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
But kids, there's no way fucking kids were sitting there living in that fucking house and not being able to touch anything. I would have smacked Howard Taft's portrait once or twice.
Yeah.
Just to make a statement.
But these are back then kids, right?
Yeah.
No,
they're actual kids. They're kids.
Yeah, these were people who ran like the tours because one of the major features of this place was a lighthouse.
No, and
that has
they
been
said
around since the 1800s.
They said it a few times. They said it a few times that it was them and their children.
Yeah, they
were
lived
staying
there. Yeah,
they're volunteers, and I'm sitting there, and they did. You saw they had their clothes because they just went to the beach recently, hanging out in the sun. And again, hey, you're going out there. We can go back to it with Band's grocery store, but yeah, no, I can totally understand if they went out there to just work the bit for a while. And then go back.
I'm sure they don't live there year round.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Remember, the island shut down.
The sheriff doesn't even.
Yeah, the ranger's like, fucking. As soon as October comes around, see you, man. I'm out of here.
the first golden leaf falls to the ground. Okay, peace. It's like, wait, there's still people on the island. Okay, well, good luck. Swim.
He'll drive
see you next year.
ATV across the fucking lake. I don't need no ferry.
Well, to be fair, if you've ever seen pictures of the lake in wintertime, yeah, for sometimes, yeah, you don't really need a fucking ferry.
Just drive
it's
over.
Scary,
it actually freeze over.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Huge chunks of ice. It's scary, but yeah.
Hold on, but I will, and this won't be this probably is the first, but it won't be the last. I will say, I fucking fell in love with Washington Island, and I would love to be there.
Oh yeah, Washington Island was a blast. It was such a great place. We'll show some of the stuff on Washington Island too, because I have that in a separate folder.
Back to Rock Island.
But yes, this was the gate. The gate, I guess, that goes to the fishing village and all sorts of stuff, and entrance into the trail. I guess traditional Norwegian. I don't really know, but yeah. And then just this was the trail. It was great just walking. You can see right here, Thorndarson Trail, and then the Fernwood Trail. The Fernwood Trail cut like through the middle of the island. The Thordarson Trail walked the entire circumference of the island.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then Adam took a thing. You can see right here. This is the island, the Rock Island State Park. You are here. We walked the entire circumference trail.
And is this the 6.5 mile one you were talking about?
Yes. Yeah. Our campsite was like right here. And we started off, we came out here and we walked all the way around here like this, and then just all all the way
Which
around.
is for anybody else, I looked up. It's almost 10.5 kilometers.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a
You
nice,
want to
it's a
translate
nice,
that into your
it's a nice hike.
Pinocchio book
No, it's a very
fucking
good.
your cuneiform
That's a doable.
fucking.
I'm guessing because it's fairly level. It's probably doable for most.
No, 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 no,
I
no,
said
no.
no, it was not
Nope.
level, not
It was
even
not level?
remotely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Rock Island for a reason.
Oh,
The
okay.
top,
This
the
area
top
right here in the
west
center.
is
Yeah.
it's raised.
Yeah. Oh, one really cool thing. I'm not sure if we got any pictures of it, but in the
I could've sworn
boathouse,
I got some
there
pictures
was-
of the.
there's a cast iron topographical map of the island.
Oh, cool.
It was really fucking cool, but yeah, if you look at it, oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, no, it's not level. It's this center section right here is
Yeah.
a pretty huge, like
So it's an
rock
actual hike, not just
Yes.
like a nature walk. Wow.
up. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. Okay.
And then we got some
Oh,
more
so
here.
And listen, there was
Yeah.
a point
Sanguine
where
and me.
right before we hit the lighthouse, we all had to
Mhm.
camper down and sit in one tent, and unfortunately or fortunately, we had to snuggle up. Is that what you wanted, Jen? Is that what
Is
you
that
wanted?
what you wanted, Jen?
I don't know about Jen, but
Oh no! Oh,
I'm
get
not-
out of here, son! Get out of here! No, we happily made it to the lighthouse. It was wonderful. They offered us snacks,
Yeah.
but
So
we had
you
to wear
are here,
booties.
we wanna-
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to wear booties when you went in there, or take your shoes off.
because it's
I
old.
get it. Yeah, it's been there since. Well, the original structure was built in the 1800s, and then it was rebuilt in 1930s. Yeah, the 30s.
Mhm.
And then that structure has stood until now.
Yeah, and the lady who was showing us around in it was pretty disappointed that they, switched over. I guess she's a very big advocate of using blubber and whale oil and shit.
Well, to be fair, it was kerosene.
No,
She
I
was
know.
saying there was kerosene. But yeah, now and all of the lighthouses. I learned this. This is something I didn't know. Lighthouses are now all automated, and they have been automated since the 1940s.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Right.
all the
That either.
islands, all the islands
that
out.
seems very early.
Yeah, right. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Well, I mean, you'd hope it'd been earlier. I mean, this was called the Devil or what is it called? Door to Death.
Death Store.
Death Door.
Death Store.
Death.
Yes.
Death. Death Door.
Death.
Ah.
Death.
Death.
And
All
then I actually have this separated out. So there's no pictures of the lighthouse in this folder. I have to go into the lighthouse folder. This is all just the thing. Now, what's kind of cool here too is that there were at least 3 cemeteries
Yeah.
on the island.
Although
uh,
it seemed
Still
like
standing?
Yes,
yeah.
and we have pictures of the grave.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody
I
was going to be
love that.
smashing cemeteries out there, but
No.
Well, no, it's more like depending on the local laws, if they would have dug them up. And
what's going on
put
out
them
in
an
Canada?
ossuary.
They're smashing.
Mhm.
We respect our
Well,
cemeteries.
if it becomes like a camping kind of site, sometimes
Mhm.
people will remove the bodies and
What
those
the
tombstones
shit?
and everything and move them.
Yeah, no, that happens quite often, Adam. Especially in densely populated areas or densely,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
You don't,
Yeah.
and then in cities, Adam, you don't own permanently. If you don't have family members who keep paying for the spot,
Mhm.
your-
All right,
your
okay.
grave,
Look,
they
people
take you
are
out.
comfortable
Mhm.
with removing bodies from where they lay. Hey, that's
Well,
They do it
that's
respectfully. They'll
They
put you
do.
in a little ossuary, like they'll put you in a little
Well-
box in the cemetery. It's just the ground.
hold on.
they-
I'm gonna cast a forgetness spell and just go ahead and wander this way.
I'll say,
Uh,
you know, one thing I really love to visit is and talk of like the exact opposite in terms of respectfulness is Paris. Paris has the notorious ossuary underneath the streets of Paris.
catacombs.
for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catacombs of Paris. They used the bones in construction of the ossuary. So you've got like archways made of human skulls.
I would love to see that. I don't know if they allow human tours anymore. Human tours, as if they allow any other tours.
they
Any
they
actual tours
they
anymore.
do, but not very far from what I've heard. It only goes like to the entrance of the ossuary.
Yeah, I would love to see that, regardless of how far in you can go. I think that would be fantastic.
Well,
Yeah, the
actually,
Parisian catacombs.
Yeah.
oh no.
But yeah, say here's some of the gravestones. Most of the people who were buried there were the lighthouse keepers.
Yeah, it was only like one or
Makes sense.
two, and I think one cemetery had like a couple of young children. I think the people we were around were talking about how it might have been the pox or something like that.
Yeah. There was one grave that I think the person buried there was only 2 years old.
Oh,
Um,
that's sad.
yeah. But yeah, it was that one. That gravesite was a whole family. Yeah, they had their incredibly young kid, and then there was another one. I think that the kid was only like 16,
Yeah,
and then of course
the
the parents with the lighthouse keepers.
around the bigger one, which is oddly in around the campsites near the beach, but yeah, by the campsites.
They can see where David E. Corbin was one of the lighthouse keepers. And I think he was there alone, if I remember correctly, from the lighthouse tour.
Oh. See, I always get a bit sad when you get to these old ones. Hopefully, there's people who are taking care of them, like the warden,
Like the
or
grave
somebody.
sites, and yeah, absolutely.
I-
It seemed like it wasn't completely overgrown, like a little bit around the edges of the fence, but yeah, they were fenced in, so I think there was someone actually tending the graves.
Well, it was fenced in, but also the path over towards them were cleared. And not only that, but there were a lot of rest areas where they had benches that were dedicated towards people who had passed. So a lot of them had their own dedicated, like, and they were nice looking spots. I didn't want to take pictures of the benches themselves, only because it just kind of, like, I don't know, old tombstones, I guess, warrants it, but benches just kind of felt weird. It was like,
Yeah, a little tacky.
Yeah.
Now some of the inscriptions and like the dedications were really nice.
They were, especially the
yeah.
one with the dust in the wind, or the
that whole poem.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That really was beautiful.
And they did have really nice spots. I tried to get the spots at least, what you can see, but no, I tried to refrain from that. But there was a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of life and also history on this island, and it was
Very
really
much
nice
so,
to come across when you were doing the hike. It was wonderful.
And then I think, apropos, this is the view from one of those benches, one of those dedication benches.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
this right out here, I actually learned I was wrong. I thought that this was Canada. It is not. It's actually the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. This is an island called...
Close enough.
Fucking Michigan.
This is an island called St. Martin's Island, and is technically in Michigan. So, if you're looking from Wisconsin into Michigan.
Nice.
You can
That sounds
see.
like you guys had a lovely trip there.
Oh yeah, you can see right here. This is kind of the precipitous fall. See
Into
how?
the oh yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
down
sort
to a
of
shale beach and into the lake. And you can see that
there's
there's
the
were
bench?
some of the benches. Yeah, the places where you could stop and rest and take in the amazing view. And here's the other side of the bench. Going out and looking over the lake. And then we got about there. And this area here is where you have this massive hill that goes straight down. And even then, you're still not, on beach level. It was a huge hill sort of area. It was the easy place to roll an ankle and really hurt yourself bad. So I was telling everyone to be careful of it. But yeah, you can see right here the density of the forest is great. You can see right here the path that leads out. It was great. It was a lot. It was a lot of fun going on this hike.
It's
And there you can see there's another, Adam's like right perched on the edge here, and you can see how it goes straight down to the beach and the overlook out into the island.
It was nice seeing the little breaks,
Oh, wow.
when you're going out, and then all of a sudden it just opens up to a nice scenic view, and the water was incredibly clear. That was one thing that, I mean, the pictures you can see it kind of, but when you're there, it's just you can see right down there. It was nice.
Yeah, and I'll say it's really weird too, because like this isn't the first time I've been on Lake Michigan. I've went out and onto the beach down by Chicago, but good Lord, it was not clear like it was all the way up here. All the activity and shit like that was just kicking up all kinds of dirt and crud and all kinds of crap over by the city. And here, oh man, it was just crystal clear. It was beautiful.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, and then another one of the cemeteries. This one is the one where you can see. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit.
The family.
Yeah. I think Rosalinda here is the one that I can't really see the inscription. 1873.
Damn, you can read it.
Yeah, I can't really see it. I can only see like parts of it.
I couldn't read it when I was there.
Yeah, you had to get like right over here on the fence to be able to see it, really. But yeah, this is the family. These are the two kids, and then these are the parents.
And this is the thing I really liked about this adventure, is the ladies that we were standing next to. I don't know if it was this one exactly or the other cemetery, because we were frequenting all the cemeteries on the island, but it was the three older ladies, and they were talking about visiting Chicago, and it was just funny to hear them talk about the different areas that they would go, and like, oh yeah, but you'd probably find the better food places on this type of street, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like,
Where you're like, actually, ladies,
Actually,
if I may interject, go to this place instead.
well, but no, but we even when we ran across the lady at the beach the next day when we were swimming, the lady with her dog, she was talking about different places in Chi-Town, and Kenosha and all along the Wisconsin area, and it's just I love that. I fucking love that it's statehood, and we're just, even when we were hanging out in what was that, Sturgeon Bay.
Sturgeon Bay, yeah.
Just hanging out there. It's like, yes.
Yeah, all the people that we met in Sturgeon Bay were just absolutely lovely. I remember when we first went to the game store. It wouldn't be me, also, if I didn't.
You found a game store.
if I didn't buy miniatures on a fucking game store, find a game store and the thing. First of all, we had a neighbor that lived in the apartment unit behind us. And he was a good friend. His online handle's Haven, Haaven. And we were, talking about it. And then he married his fiancée, I believe, year before last? Either that or last year. And then one of the things that they decided is just, we're going to get up, move out of town, and get out of it, and get out away from everything. We're going up to Door County. And as another thing too, when we first met them, his fiancee, she went camping up in Door, and it was great because I barely knew her or anything like that. We were hanging out with Haven, and she sent him texts like, oh, we're getting into the forest now. Cell coverage is spotty, and then I'm like, tell her that's how a horror movie starts.
So mean.
It was great. But yeah, because of that, and because she loved it so much, and because it's just a beautiful area, they decided to move up there. And the area they moved to was a place called Sturgeon Bay. And when we went out there, and we were like almost in the area, I gave him a call and I'm like, "Hey man, we're gonna be in the area. You want to hang out for a bit?" And he's all like, "Oh shit, fuck yeah, man!" And so we went and ate at this pizzeria, like right on the bay that went out into Lake Michigan, that like bisected the town. The town is separated essentially by this bay that, at first sight, would look like a river, but is actually separates it like into the other side is an island. At that point, but there's a bridge that you can go from one side of the town to the other. And that's it was like the restaurant was right there on like next to the bridge, and it was awesome. We got there and we caught up with him for a little bit, but it was funny. Before he left, he knew that I was really into Warhammer. We demoed some games for him for Warhammer, but he never invested into it. Yeah. When we got up there and we started talking, he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm playing Warhammer now."
You did it.
Yep.
You infected him.
He started a Necron army, and then he told me where he got his minis. Now, here's the thing, right? There was this place. It's called Outer Planets, I believe. Outer Planets bookstore, where they have like tabletop games, they have Warhammer, they have old books, they have DVDs, they have records and all sorts of stuff like that, right? Old comic books too. I was really tempted to start delving into the comics. I really was, but I was like, we can't be here for too long. I gotta go, Quiz. So I just went in there and got my minis and visited with the guy who owned it, and then we left. But it's funny because we went in there and I got 2 minis that are actually kind of hard to find in our area. One of which was a web order only, and they took them off the website. And then another was a commemorative mini that used to have a ton everywhere, but over time people bought up and are now missing in the area, but he had 3. So I'm all like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick one of these up because they're completely gone in my area." So I came away with our trip with 2 Warhammer minis. But riddle me this, Batman. Sturgeon Bay. Have you ever heard of Sturgeon Bay? No one's ever heard of Sturgeon Bay. How come Sturgeon Bay? Gee, Billy, why does your mom let you have 2 tabletop gaming stores? Because there was
all the nerds moved to Sturgeon Bay.
right. I was saying, because you had the Outer Planets bookstore, right? That was really cool. It was this like tiny mall. And what I mean by tiny mall is like you had this hallway that separated a bunch of different stores, and that was it.
Hold on. For some reason, it smelled like it. I know this sounds weird, but it smelled like a library.
It did a little bit. You know what?
The old book smell.
It was
I think it was because of the Outer Planets like old books that he had. That's why I think it smelled that way.
But those should be new books. This smelled like old books. Okay,
well, no,
you know what? Hey,
those were old books.
Sitting there.
Yeah.
I like that smell.
Yeah.
It's a very comforting smell.
Hey, look. I just noticed smells. I'm not obfuscating smells. I'm just saying. Hey, I noticed. Look at this, and you notice. What's weird? I don't know if this is but there was a tattoo shop right in front of it.
Yeah, there's right across from the bookstore there was a tattoo parlor. And so they weren't open for business when we were there. They were just like closing up shop when we first arrived.
And they had a jam stuff right across.
Oh hey, I took close-ups. Anyway, so Rosalinda is at 4 years old. Rosalinda was 4 years old.
Yeah.
There we go. Just get off the little tiny bit depressing stuff. back
to history.
Yes. True. But anyway, back to the Sturgeon Bay real quick.
Yeah.
You had the Outer Planets bookstore, right? And then if you walked out of that, just a shop in between that mall and the next unit over was a place called like Gnomancy or something like that. It's spelled GNO.
Wait,
gnome
like
as
gnomes?
in
Was it the
gnome.
place
gnomes?
that
Yeah.
sold coffee and?
You walk inside, it's a barista.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
But in the back was a full tabletop gaming store.
They had a lot of first. They were rubber banded, so I'm assuming that they were used.
Yeah. They had a whole thing where you could demo games.
Okay.
You could like take a game out, open it up, and play a game like at the store. That was really kind of cool. But that
We
place
used to
had
have-
more Warhammer than most gaming stores do. I was
I'm
like,
gonna
holy
assume.
fuck.
I'm guessing maybe like business taxes, and not to get like boring and like
Mhm.
real world, but I'm guessing that it must be a bit more affordable to maybe either have a small business, or there's something about that area that they're
Hmm.
probably trying to promote to get people to live there or to have
Hold
business
on.
there. So it makes stuff like that's more niche easier to keep open.
Sora.
Sure.
Sora.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
love. Can I offer you a suggestion of what may be the reasoning for this?
Please do.
Okay.
Isn't this close to where fucking Dungeons and Dragons started?
No, actually, believe it or not, that's one of the things I kind of wanted to do. You had to drive by it. It's not indoor. It's actually in Kenosha County.
Well, yeah,
It's a place called Lake Geneva.
Lake Geneva, and the dungeon is like the original storefront or something like that.
Yeah, well, there's actually the TSR Museum now, which is a museum for, Dungeons and Dragons.
Cool.
It's really kind of cool.
Right
is
in
really
Wisconsin. Not only noticed for their cheese and wonderful cheese.
Oh yes.
I did not know that. So Dungeons and Dragons was created in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
It's a place called Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Other Worlds Bookstore is the name of it. I've got the Google Maps pulled up for it right now. Let me zero in on the location
Is it not
so I
switching
can
over?
show off. Huh?
Is it not switching
Oh
over?
no, here it is.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it is. I just gotta switch over the thing. Okay, so let me go to Discord and then switch my stream real quick. Change windows to this window. Go live. Okay, so this right here, you can see that's Park Place Mall.
Mm-hmm.
If you zoom in right here, the Outer Worlds bookstore is right in here and to the right.
Gotcha. Yeah, here, outer. Yeah, it shows on the
Yeah.
sign.
Other World
Love-
Books and More. Love of
Oils.
But yeah, I say so you
Oh,
have
what a cute place.
you have the Park Place Mall, right? And then you just
Yeah.
come right over here. And then it is not right there. Maybe this is before Google Maps actually had it.
Oh,
Yeah.
they look so sweet though. I love these kind of places.
This,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
No, yeah, this is where it's hitting me in the heartstrings because I'm sitting here, I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm
Oh,
from
dude.
Chicago, but goddamn, I love this little town aesthetic, and I want
Yeah,
to live here
me too,
so
man.
bad.
I've always I've never made a secret about this. I would love to have like a flat above a shop and then run a shop below it.
Good.
That's like a dream of mine, is to have a flat above a shop and run the shop. I think
That's nice. I like that idea of it too.
right over here where Fat Louie's olive oil and wine is
Yeah.
is
Fat
now where
Louie.
the gnome whatever thing is. So this is probably an old thing. Let me check here. Zoom in. Yeah,
Dude, especially
sorry,
'cause, like,
no
your friend-
shuri.
Dude, your friend who moved out to Sturgis, right? He
Yeah.
fucking lives right across from that fucking nice Italian restaurant. It's like, and he's like, yeah, I'll just walk across the street. Good lord, these dream places exist.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Unfortunately, I don't think that like this is an old photo, but yeah, like the noshuri right here is
Oh,
what
no.
it is.
What's
Let
it
me see
look
if I can
like
find
now?
it here real quick.
It's on fire.
This
This is
is
BLM.
Door County tattoo. I wanna hang on. Let's do like this. the nursery.
Yeah, so I think
Okay, here it is.
unfortunately,
So you can see, you walk in here and it's a fucking barista, right?
yeah.
And
Oh,
look at all this tabletop gaming shit in the back.
hold on,
That's cool.
hold on. That's when we went there. It looked a lot
Mhm.
different.
And say right here, this is the street side. You can see Board Game Cafe, the nursery.
See, that looks nice. But
Probably by the time you guys were there, they were established for a little while. So
yeah,
Mhm.
they
it makes
definitely
sense if it
built
looks
up.
different.
Ugh, what the
We
hell
had
is that?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god!
don't know what these
Charcuterie
are, but
board.
that's these are meats,
We've got
cheeses, and then
salamis, cheese,
yeah.
olives, some sort of red wine jelly, probably.
Oh, whoa!
And then look at those little gnomes. Oh my god, how sweet!
Those are
And
a
so you can see right
distraction.
here.
What was
Oh
that
my
thing
god,
in the
so
middle?
cute.
This is the
Oh,
front area
Lobby
here.
flower.
See, Sora,
great.
this is why we would be the perfect date. You can have the entire left half of that plate, and I'll just eat
100%.
Yep.
100%.
But yeah, so this is
Amigo
incredible.
fighting.
I love this place. I came in here and I'm all like, oh man, this is awesome. And saying right here,
There was a lot more color.
You can see right here. This whole section right here is all Warhammer.
Dude, and not only that, but they had really good shadow boxes on the walls of old board games.
You can't see it here. They're on this wall. But yeah, they had like Adam said, shadow boxes of like old board games. They had like Candyland. They had like a couple of others, like all like really
cute.
tastefully mounted on the wall. It was awesome.
Yeah, it really did. It was a nice looking shop. I feel bad because when we were there, there's the lady. Are you guys standing in line? No, we're just admiring all the.
There's so much to look at.
Oh no,
Look at
Sanguine.
him! Look at him! I love it.
Hold on, that is
Wait, was that a guy?
that
Yeah,
is
it's a dude in a suit. Hold on. Fuck.
that's
Oh,
David the
goddamn
gnome.
it.
That's
I
David
used
the
to get that
gnome.
all the time. Yeah,
There it is.
there's a dude. There's a dude in a suit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
He's holding up
that
his
is-
belt buckle.
What is he
That is so
doing?
cute. Oh my god. That is adorable. I love it
And
so
then-
much.
And then you can see right here.
Holy
this is the very
shit! Wait, they
back
had it
end of it.
upstairs.
No, this is the very back end of the thing. You
Oh.
can see there's the cafe up in the front. But you can
That
see
is-
right over here, you got D&D, and then
That is
you know.
so cool.
And they had
Oh,
a-
hey,
That's
this is
fun
3D.
place.
They had a bunch of tables set up so you can play.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, again, that's
You
fucking
can see
awesome.
Warhammer, all the Warhammer, all the paints,
Fucking Wisconsin, bro. I can't believe
right?
I'm-
It's like, gee, Sturgeon Bay, how come your mom lets you have 2 gaming shops?
Hell on, because I've been to southern
This is all
Illinois.
D&D. Look at that.
Hold on, I've been to southern Illinois. I didn't see anything nice like this. I've been to central central Illinois, and it's a beautiful town, especially Springfield.
Mhm.
But son of a bitch, these Wisconsin, you're stealing my heart.
Yeah, right. I say I want to move to Wisconsin, man. I'm just saying. You say right here, you can see this is what Adam was talking about, the shadow boxes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
shadow
yes.
boxes.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that idea actually.
Mhm.
It's a nice way of keeping some of the really old ones, especially if they have like the original boxes.
I got a Pikachu right there.
Ugh, that's so cute. I like this kind of place.
Oh yeah.
We had Stormcrow and Stormcrow Tavern. I think one exists still in Toronto.
Mhm.
It was a restaurant pub place that had all of this. Like it was like a gaming place, so you could do. They had all sorts of gaming stuff. It was a sci-fi fantasy themed place,
Mm.
and unfortunately, with like a lot of things, these last 2 years killed it. Because
Yeah.
you can't have people coming inside, and they just couldn't sustain.
Yeah. That's
But that was fun. We used to go to the small one all the time. They had good food, terrible service. Like I swear, on purpose, they find the worst people to be the staff of that place. But it didn't matter because the food was good, and the idea is that you just hang around. You're playing games with friends, right? So whatever.
Yeah.
But it's, I think, one of the only places where you can overlook bad service because you're like, whatever.
That's
we're,
true.
we're here. You're either here for drinks, some bar snacks, and board games. So who cares?
Sure. But yeah, I'm gonna say that this is really cool. I fucking love Sturgeon Bay, man. I'm gonna say, no, no dip. If I ever get the opportunity, I swear, man, I'm just gonna move to Sturgeon Bay. It'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, hey, your neighbor didn't have a. That wasn't a bad choice, to be honest.
No, it really wasn't. Like, yeah, he made a good decision. I'm not gonna lie, man. I would say, and oh man, the place he moved to was just absolutely beautiful. Here, let me see if I can find a good street view of that.
Where
he moved to, and then where we ate, because that was awesome.
And,
okay.
And what's funny is, it's an Italian shop that was like, "Hey, we got Chicago deep dish pizza."
Yeah. Wait, no, that's a Maritime Museum. Shit. Hold on. Is it over here? Okay. I've zeroing in on the location. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. Enhance! Okay. There we go. Yeah, let me get back over here. Change windows. Go live. Okay, so this right here, you can see is the Bayshore Outfitters. Mm-hmm. This is like an outdoor shop, so this is like kayaks and camping gear and all that kind of stuff like that, right?
Sure. Yeah.
These are apartments above it.
The Bay Lofts.
The
very
Bay
pretty.
Lofts.
Very nice, actually.
They live right up here.
Very nice.
And they're paying exactly what we're paying here right now in Illinois.
Ouch. Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see right here, right over here.
So nice. Let's just, it's not as nice as where he's staying. Let's just put that out there.
Right here, Sonny's. This is the restaurant we went to. So you can see how close it was.
Yeah.
And say he could just sit there and walk over here, right? Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what he did. He didn't drive. He just walked over. But yeah, so we went there, and you can see Sonny's is right over here next to this bridge, and this bridge goes out over the bay that goes and bisects the town. And you can see all these yachts and like sailboats and all that kind of shit. It was beautiful, just absolutely beautiful.
Got to see a lot of dudes just hanging out in their boats.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
yeah, that's what they do. They just hang out in their boats. It's like they don't care. Let me see here. Let's see if I can get over here onto this peninsula, because we walked this peninsula. Needgod.net. Okay.
Needgod.net.
So right over here is the restaurant that we went to, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And there's this like little walk area that you can just walk out onto the peninsula, and just hang out.
Hold on. I don't know how much longer we could be endorsing Wisconsin with the Sears Tower in the background too.
Well, we're not going to lose our Chicagoan card. We will forever have that. So
Is this like the Californians moving to Texas? Is this the?
Oh, I hope not. I hope that they accept me like they did my buddy.
They're like, you will have. Thank you.
Yes.
The other ones, get the fuck out.
And you can see here. Let me just move it back over here. The bridge right back here.
Yes.
And then just up a little bit here. Just a little ways. Couple blocks. There's your main street.
I love the building style. I love this kind of small town. Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's so beautiful.
There was
it's very similar. It looks like Victoria. A lot of parts of Victoria looks like this. If you ever go on the island, like the old part of the town near the harbor, it's exactly the same kind of aesthetic and age, probably. Just some of these buildings.
Hold on. There's a difference, because does Victoria have a nice accent? Because Wisconsin, they're
No, and unfortunately, we don't have the Wisconsin accent.
well.
You
This,
got
I
the
don't, I
got the
don't,
Wisconsin accent, eh?
I don't want.
No.
It's
the
a little
Wisconsin
close
accent.
to it. See, it's a
I'll
little
go to
close
Victoria if it looks like that.
to Yooper. A little close to Yooper.
Yeah.
But and say here we got a little bit more of the pictures of the Thor Darson Trail because we haven't even gotten to the water tower yet.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, we were still on the move.
Yep. You can see
I
more.
like that.
It was such the views were just absolutely beautiful. And there you go. There's
That
the
water, look how
precipitous drop.
clean.
I say the
Look how
drop
clear
first of
that
all,
water is. Oh my god.
and
Beautiful.
then yeah, the beautiful water. Yep. Here's oh well yeah kind of got the dedication a little bit there
Oh yeah, I tried.
on that bench. Yeah.
That's a good photo. That's very
Oop.
cute.
Hang on, let's see if I can read it. I don't think I will. I don't think I will be able to because it's getting blurry fast. No, I'm not gonna be able to read that. I can't enhance.
The spies got us.
And there you go. Absolutely no climbing on building.
What was that? That wasn't the.
That's the water tower.
Oh yeah, the
right
water
here.
tower.
Yeah, this is the water tower.
I'm
Yeah, you can
guessing
see.
people try to use the stones as footholds and climb up.
I'm thinking so. Yeah. And so you can see right there. This is how big the water tower was.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like to be able to take a hike around and then just come up across like old buildings like that. Very neat.
Mhm. And Thor Darson Trail to the dock, 2 miles. To the lighthouse, 2.2 miles. This is about the midway of the walk, and right over here, this is the absolutely demolished sign that they had put up. But apparently, out here in this forest, right near the beach, that was an old Scandinavian fishing village in the 1800s.
Oh, cool.
You can see right there, hidden village. This is what's left of the sign.
Oh, is it smashed? Is that what it is, or what is
It was broken, and then it was like left out in the elements, so it just faded, and the paper that was underneath just rotted away.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Hidden Village doesn't exist anymore.
And not even the flagstones. It's really, really unfortunate. I kind of wanted to go out there and see, but there's nothing to see. That bench right out there is supposed to be the middle of the village, and you can see exactly how much is left of it.
Yeah. Wow.
There's whole books written about this place, and one of the things that I kind of wanted to do, like I said, is go out there and see if I could find like any of the foundations of the homes out there. But looking at some of the pictures here, they're going to be made of wood. There's not going to be flagstones. There's not going to be a stone foundation or anything like that. So, and then coming back into the forest, I don't have the picture. It's on my roommate's phone. And you can see right here, by this point, we had started here. We came all the way out here and just walked the entire circumference and ended up back here.
Yep. Yeah.
And there's the beach.
Oh, here's the beach, yeah.
Yeah, the beach was pretty much the end of it. And then I took a few pictures of the... because the last bit was campgrounds that were excluded. So they were just... It was just, big plots of land for people to pitch their tents up or whatever. Nothing really.
Oh jeez, I don't know why those two images are black, but okay. There you go. Chester Shorter Thordarson, 1867 to 1945. This was the dude who owned the island and had pretty much set up the lighthouse to be automated. And obviously Thordarson, the trail was named after him. I believe he was the one that also built that boathouse that we showed off at the beginning.
Yep.
And this was his family's gravesite. It was right over by our campsite.
I do like he has this lovely headstone with flowers, and the rest are just
Yeah.
like white marker.
Yeah, little like wafers. And then this was really interesting. Apparently, there was supposed to be some carvings in the rock, like hieroglyphics. I didn't see any, but I did see this. It was called Face in the Rock, and you can see right here,
You might have to zoom
nose,
in.
Oh yeah.
lip,
Yeah.
upper lip, and then down to the chin.
And then yeah.
Now, there
Cool.
could have been like hieroglyphics further out. This is like, you can see right here, these are like these flat stones. So these are obviously carved that lead up to this area. And these being flat too, that's not natural. So these were obviously carved out. But
Was
yeah,
that
that's,
like discovered pre Scandinavian village kind of thing, like sort of
yeah. It was believed that
carvings or older?
natives. Yeah, it was believed that natives did it. Yep.
Very cool. Ah, that's neat.
You know how those
And then we're
natives
back
are.
to the beginning. Yes. Those
Like
wily
crossroads.
natives.
Yep.
And then here, this is the boathouse. Let's see if you did get pictures of the topographical map. Let me switch that over. Change windows to this one. Go live. There we go. So this
There you
is the Rock Island State Park, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources.
It is a wonderful place. If you get a chance to
Yeah.
go there, go there.
It's beautiful.
I
It's
love when they
absolutely
do
beautiful.
like models like this. That's so neat, especially of historical sites.
Mm-hmm. And this was the boathouse that was built by Thor Darson to house his boats when he came out here.
Oh,
That's the
is that like an electrical something?
from the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
There's some
Oh,
apparently
beautiful.
there was a guy who was an intricate wood cutter, and he made a bunch of these desks. I think he did Woodrow Wilson's desk. I think I took a picture of that somewhere around there, but that was all part of in this boathouse. There was all of this, and there's that piano. On the the day that we were waiting for the ferry, and the fun thing about it was at the boathouse was pretty much where a bunch of the people would gather, right? So you'd see a bunch. It was like a bunch of adventurers would just come and go. You'd go there to get your firewood at a specific day. There was the guest house. You can get some random gear. In the boathouse itself, there's a lot of tables that you can go and play, chess and checkers and whatever board games. But there was the port where you'd take the ferry back to Washington Island. But it was also an area that was also where the nice shit house was. Every morning
Yes.
you'd go and take a shit in an area wasn't the horrid outhouse.
The death box.
Yeah, the death box.
We didn't take any pictures of the death box. We really should have, just so we've got like a point of reference. But
Like,
the first night I went out there, I took a candle out there, and I was like, you know what? Never again. I'm going. I will happily hike myself out, pinching my cheeks, to get to the proper outhouse. But
place with plumbing.
so the boathouse had this piano, and the last day that we were hanging out, we were waiting for the ferry. We were there way early. I think it was like 2 or 3 hours earlier than the ferry was going to show up, and in and out came adventurers, and you'd see people. They came in, and then all of a sudden you start hearing piano music, and it's like, yeah,
It was like this really kind of like weird sort of haunting piano music that just kind of like just echoed across over the whole like yard area there.
it was, but it was
beautiful, actually.
It was because it was like, holy shit, yeah, people came in and they're like, oh, there's a piano, let me just go ahead and start playing, and they just started playing. So it was just it was nice to hear adventurers just coming across and playing, and then they stopped, and you'd see I think it was two ladies. They came in, they came out, and a little bit later, we saw some other people came in, and all of a sudden you start hearing some music, and it was like, dude, I love this. I fucking love this. You know, you're just chilling, waiting for the fairy to come in. There's a piano in a boathouse, and somebody who has the talent to be able to play, they just come out, sit down, and fucking. I mean, it was out of tune for sure.
Yeah.
But it was fascinating
Still,
to see them play. I loved it. Again, I think I fell in love with Washington Island, and then just the idea of living on Warwick Island, except for Gremlin Granny.
Of course, Gremlin Granny. Yeah.
Yeah.
As I see, last weekend for Gremlin Grannies, the recount of Gremlin Granny.
is this a real person?
Kind of. As I gotta go back and
Is
watch
she?
the VOD for that one there, Sora.
No.
The legend of Gremlin Granny.
Now
Was that on my night where we recounted Gremlin Granny, or was that on yours? It might have been on yours, I think.
Might have been last Sunday.
Yeah, last Sunday.
Alright.
And then here's the
Minions homework.
Minions homework.
It's SCP.
The Tale of Gremlin
Made a
Granny.
new, yeah. Or not? It's not SCP. What is it?
Yeah, it's SCP.
Is it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
SCP is Secure, Contain, Protect. The big collaborative fiction effort.
Yeah, but I just met SCP, and he seems like a really cool guy. And
Yes.
damn it. All right. But yeah.
I'll say right here. I think is that the ferry?
Is it? Oh.
I think you might have gotten a picture of the ferry.
Oh no, there was we were in the boathouse, and there were people out with jet skis and their own.
Well, I mean, right
pontoon
here.
boats,
I
yeah.
think that could have been the ferry. I don't know. You can see the reflection of the camera, though. And then some more of the stuff that was here in the boathouse. You can see, Scandinavian runes.
Yeah, like I said, dude.
Is that books you could read, or is that just part of the display?
That's
I think there were books you can read.
no. I think
No.
that was part of the display stuff.
Okay.
Like I said,
Gotcha.
there was a point where I felt like an FBI agent just taking pictures for audits and shit. Like,
Oh yeah, I
That's
remember here.
me. That's me. Whenever we go on vacations to any of these kind of places, I take like you think I was taking all the
Candid
minute
photos.
details.
there's you're not taking pictures for dexterity. I'm taking pictures for evidence.
Hmm.
And you can see right there. This is the wood carver that made stuff for FDR.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But
He was
I love it. Right
president.
back here, you can see my roommate and Sanguine playing chess.
Oh yeah.
There's the bits about the carved furniture.
Turn separate pieces to private people.
Mhm.
Oh, neat. So it's donated. Oh, that's very cool, actually.
Wait, is it?
So the original furniture the family sold
Mhm.
privately, and then I guess that family donated it back in part, or at least some of the people donated it back.
Hold on. So Sora Luna just translated an image that I randomly took. I took a picture.
I read the sign you took a photo of.
It's right here. Oh, and right here, Thor Darson Electric Company in Chicago.
Life,
So yeah,
finds a
the
way.
dude owned an electric company in Chicago, and he would conduct all of his business from Rock Island. I remember one of the things that they pointed out in the lighthouse in the tour is that they had among the first telephones ever made was installed on
lighthouse.
on Rock Island in the lighthouse. So Chester Thor Darson here could conduct his business for his electric company in Chicago from Rock Island.
And the lady was
Nice.
talking about that.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's all coming together. I need to live out here. This
Pictures
is.
of the table.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, and table.
Yes.
And I took
and
a
then-
rock from there. Just saying.
Oh yes. Yeah. Adam took some rock souvenirs from every place we went. It was
Yeah.
great.
Except
so he's got.
except one Sanguine got for me because he was too far out, and he managed to get a really good one with a geode apparently in it. So,
Yeah. You can crack it open and have a geode.
Yeah, I
That's pretty great.
gotta figure out how to crack it open.
Okay, let's see here. Now let's get this one. This one's really cool. This is our first night on Washington Island. So this is the area that was more civilized. You know, there was an actual town and stuff.
That's
so
the one that you drove your car onto.
Yes, this is all. This is like most of this is actually from the car. You can see right there. This is Adam taking a picture of the sign "Welcome to Washington Island."
I'm gonna move out there. and
Yeah,
just
I know,
live
man.
out
I
there.
was say the hotel we were staying at was for sale, and Adam and I were like, "How much money do you
I'm
think you can
gonna
raise?"
I'm fucking serious. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna live out there.
Uh,
I don't care if I'm gonna be a
man.
hobo. I'll just
Yeah, right.
I'll get my
Live in the hotel. I'd do it. I'd do it.
It'll
But,
be like a bed and breakfast, sure.
Yeah.
You have your bed and breakfast in there as well as the guests.
There you go. Welcome to our home of the Washington Island Soccer Club, SAY Soccer State Champions, 1994, 1996, 1997, 1998, and 2000. Center of town, 3 miles. And here was the motel. This was a place called the Townliner Motel. And this was in the morning when Sanguine was cooking us breakfast.
Oh,
Because they had one unit. This unit right over here had a full kitchen. Unfortunately, it was already all booked when I was putting in the reservations, so we couldn't get this unit. But they still had these outdoor grills. So Sanguine's a goddamn wizard when it comes to like improvising camp food.
He somehow managed to cook us sunny side up on a fucking grilling thing.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Right there.
oh
And he was
wow.
like toasting the
Oh my
hangover
God.
loaf too.
Holy crap, that looks good. Oh my god.
Sanguine was genius.
Yeah.
God bless him.
I bet you were like, guys were the envy of anybody else staying there. Can you imagine
Oh.
just smelling the bacon and
We,
eggs and
Yo,
absolutely
hold on.
were, especially on the second night when everyone was out. We made steak. We made corn on the cob. We made baked potatoes. It was like, oh man, we ate like goddamn kings.
I noticed the second time we were hanging out, and I feel bad because I should have said something, but
Mhm.
oh hey, there's my cup.
Which I fixed, by the way.
Oh, you did?
100%. I put
Yeah.
an epoxy putty that's like ceramic, and then also super glue, so it filled in all of the gaps. So it like there's no surface of it that did not get touched by the glue. So it is rock fucking solid.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
But yo, when Sanguine started cooking your steak,
Mm-hmm.
the second time we were hanging out at the hotel, I recall somebody was like, "Oh, is he cooking eggs and bacon again?" And I should have looked at him like, "Yeah, dude, he is." But I don't know. I don't like talking to him. But yeah, no.
I was say Sanguine's also, man, he can hold a conversation with anyone. I say between he and I, we sat there and just with random ass strangers, just sat there and commiserated over food, and we were all having a really damn good conversation. It was great. And then we had the hippie granny, that came out, and she was like our best friend all night. It was great.
And she
had the most adorable little dog.
all the way out to the ferry back to Washington Island.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she was like right on the ferry, right next to my car.
It's
And you can see right here. Yeah, this is a Stavekirk Church, which is a traditional Scandinavian Christian church, and it is absolutely beautiful. Check this out. This is the little stone marker for the drive-in or the driveway. Look at that.
beautiful. Wow.
It is so beautiful. I love
Look
this
at that.
place.
Oh, yeah, that's gorgeous.
And then this is what it looked like inside.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the rectory.
Look at, wow. Look at those knots.
Yeah, right. I was saying,
Yeah.
it was the actual woodworking was so beautiful, and it was so well kept too. I mean, this place smelled. Oh, it smelled so good. Just walking in there and like getting that just beautiful pine smell.
Mhm.
Oh, it was beautiful. And then you got your altar up here and your podium. Apparently, this place is still in use. Like they still hold services here.
I was gonna ask because the way everything was set up in that other picture, it
Mhm.
looked like it was like ready for
Yeah, I think
service.
Mm-hmm.
it was looking like that at the map that I was looking at that I got from Man's restaurant or Man's Groceries. And again, hey,
Mhm.
let me because I don't think I got any pictures of that.
Of
but
man, I don't
Man's.
think so. Oh, you got pictures from the outside. That's on
Did
the
I?
second day. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But Man's, holy shit, that was fucking. The first time we went in there, it was like, okay, figure out what we need. Let's get our
Mm-hmm.
our gear.
Hmm.
How awesome was it? The next time we go in there, and not awesome like we're watching children, work, but it was a family grocery store, so the family was working it. They were
Mm-hmm.
restocking the shelves and stuff. It was cool that they were like, hey, how did the breakfast turn out? Hey.
Well, yeah, it was like this 14-year-old kid was working there, and he was like helping us out. Like he heard us over talking because we talk kind of loud. I'm not going to sit there and
Well,
say that we don't.
hold on,
Uh,
I love Sanguine, but Sanguine for some reason his volume is turned up to 12. And then
and it's
he'll
broken.
adjust it
The
accordingly.
knob is broken.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of hard not to overhear us. Plus, we were like younger guys. We were like hip city
Dude,
dudes. and
hold on.
sort of
I
stuff.
think
Oh.
I think that the lady at what was the what was the shop that you found at the end where it had the grass?
Ragnar's.
Ragnar's. I think
Yeah.
she laid it out perfectly. You guys look like fun people to journey with.
Yeah, yeah,
Like-
she said that.
I think that spelled it out. Is
Mhm.
That's always like that's an amazing compliment
I
to hear
love
from
that.
somebody.
That was
That's
awesome.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, the Ragnar's, by the way, for any shout out for anyone who's going to be in the area, which probably won't, but still, it was this awesome place. I've got pictures of the outside, but they're on my phone, so they're not on here. But that was also the place where we have Sanguine next to the giant lawn gnome.
Oh, you didn't get that with the SoCam?
No, not with the still cam. I have that on my phone. So I need to like collate all these images together and everything. But yeah, it was a place called Ragnar's. It was great. It was all like handmade things that they sold there. They had metalwork. So like one of the things that I bought there is I bought these earrings with Gothic crosses on them.
Oh,
Uh,
those would be neat.
Yeah, I think it was made of like wrought iron and stuff like that too. So like that was I integrated that as part of, into part of my Ren Fair outfit. So I had those like sitting on my ears. Sanguine bought a necklace of Mjolnir. Like all of this stuff was either Scandinavian or Christian. It was awesome. But she also made hand knit items. I was pointing out to Adam if he wanted to get it. She sold really cool mantles made by hand
Mhm.
for like wintertime or anything like that. They just look so cool. She definitely did a good job. She was saying that she was the one that did all the knit work. Her husband did all the woodwork. They sold hand carved wood art pieces there too. And then I think she said her daughter's husband, so her son-in-law, made all of the metalwork. So it was all like this family-owned operation. They sold art, and it was great. It was really cool. Yeah, and like that place was fantastic. Should definitely check them out if you're in the area, or if you want to order offline. I believe they have a Facebook page where you can order stuff and have it shipped to you. check them out if you're into that sort of thing. I highly recommend it. They were great people. She was a lovely person that we interacted with. It was just fantastic. But yeah, it's a place called Ragnar's on Washington Island.
Well, that's really neat.
Yeah, but yeah, back to the.
I love see because you don't really see that here that often. Like, you really have to go, because we have a bunch of islands that you can take the ferries to around here, and there is a smaller one that's sort of like it's not really an artist commune, but it kind of turned into a semi-artist commune. And that's sort of where you can find, but not really any metalwork per se. Like, if any of that is more difficult to find. It's more like ceramics and art and
Sure.
plant stuff, which is a pity, because I think it's very pretty to see like what people can do with metal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's neat. I love that kind of stuff, just to see, because you bring stuff back and it's a little bit of a unique a souvenir. And a story behind. There you go. You have this whole story behind it. And
yeah, it was great. It was great. Right here, this is the Jerusalem Bible donated by Reverend John Zeal in 1995. Salvatore Dali illustrations.
Oh my god!
Look at that.
I would beautiful. Be all over that.
Right?
Amazing.
And then this is the facing back out to the door.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but
I have no idea either. I thought it was kind of interesting though, with the crepuscular rays. It's like he's coming from heaven.
Yeah, I think he was one of the bikers who we had a ordeal trying to get around, because the roads are really narrow, and there's a whole bunch of these narrow. Guys. Yeah,
and there's a whole bunch of these bicyclists that just biking on the road. To be fair, I can excuse bikers on the road in a place like this more than like in areas around us, because here we've got sidewalks. They didn't have sidewalks there.
Well, no, not only that, but for them, they probably live out there, and that was just one of those, hey, let's go ride our bikes out to see the old Viking church, and so it's like, all right, could you blame them, really? Because right outside of where the church was, another church where they were actually having mass. So, there were a bunch of people sitting out there. I don't know. Were they having really a funeral or the?
Yeah, I feel really bad. There was this one place I kind of wanted to try. It was a burger joint, well known because they have this thing called the Albatross Burger, the Albi Burger, and it was the Albatross burger stand. It was really cool, really interesting. By the time we got there on the first night, because Sanguine had that car accident, right, when he was coming out, totaled his car. He was able to.
Shit.
Yeah,
I missed that.
Did we?
Yeah, no. This. Oh yeah, he got into a car accident on his way. He was like 2 blocks away from the ferry, and he got in a car wreck and totaled his car. Yeah.
Was he okay, like physically at least?
He got a bag burn and he got a couple of bruises, and that was it.
Oh,
okay,
shoot.
So here's what happened. Sanguine punched out the door of his car, and then he lifted the car up and he tossed it right back onto the road, and then he
just marched
gingerly
to the ferry.
Punched in on the phone. Hey, I need help. Come get this car because I don't want to carry it over. And then he just sat there and waited. Sanguine is a tank. I don't know how he fucking got it.
Well,
but God bless him.
Credit to the guy. God bless him. He came out and he's like, I'm not going to let this car wreck deter my vacation. Yep. And he came out and he had a good time. I'm glad he did. He's a great guy. Can't say anything bad about the guy. Oh. He's awesome. But yeah, and so that's what happened. He did get into a wreck right before the ferry, so he actually had to catch the last ferry onto the island. So that's the reason why
that was the thing, right? You did you pick him up at the last bit? Because I remember he was trying to get the last ferry, but after that I don't recall. Did me and Bug stay at the hotel while you went to go pick him up, or?
I think you stayed at the hotel. I mean, it was me and Bug went to go and get Sanguine. What it was is that the ferry only ran until 6 o'clock, and it was around 6 o'clock when he got in his accident. So we're sitting there talking really about him. I'm like, you're gonna miss the last ferry. But then I checked on the website. There was one more ferry that ran at 8:15 p.m. It was a night ferry. And I'm all like, oh, dude, you still can make it. There's this one. You don't have to wait until tomorrow to get on the ferry. And he's all like, fuck it. I'm going to get there and I'm going to get on the ferry. So he gets on the ferry, he lets me know when he's riding out, and we go out there, pick him up, and bring him back. Now, there's this burger joint, and we're like, oh man, Sanguine, you haven't eaten. Let's get you something to eat, man. The grocery store was already closed at this point, so we decided to try and stop there. They were shutting down right when we arrived.
Oh.
It sucks.
And-
so he had to eat just like, jerky and stuff like that night. And then we had that amazing breakfast. So, I guess, small victories. But what kind of sucks is that we were all raring to go to get to that burger joint when we came back on Thursday. Problem. We got there and we were like getting ready. We got our breakfast at this amazing soup and sandwich shop right on the bay, between Rock and Washington. It was I can't even remember the name of it now, but it's like
right off the
Washington
dock,
soup. Yeah, it was delicious. I got a roast beef sandwich and potato soup.
Oh, potato
it was
soup.
so good. It was so good. But after that, we went and we, got situated in the hotel again, because we got a different room at the same hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were all like, we're going to pick up groceries for the night, and then we're going to go and get lunch from that burger joint that we couldn't go the last time. We get there, whole place is closed. There's a sign on the window that said, closed due to the death of our founder. When we passed by the Stavekirk Church and the church that was across the way from the Stavekirk Church, there was a hearse and there was a funeral procession there. And we're like, oh man, there's a funeral going on. We didn't think anything of it until we went there. And I'm like, oh my god, that's who must have died. Holy crap! So heart goes out to them.
It's such a small fucking island that half of it closed off because of a funeral. And I hate to say it because it's like, oh my god, God be with this guy, who's giving his last rites. But at the same time, I want to move there. I want to live there. It's like, oh my god.
Well, when one person dying is that big of a deal, that just makes you feel something.
Don't even, come on. I don't even want to think of that. I just want to say.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's beautiful. That is beautiful, man. To say that many people affected by that's beautiful, because that means that person touched that many people's lives.
Well, come on. I mean, we even saw what were they called? The Minoans, the Mycenaeans.
Oh, you're talking about the Mennonites.
Yeah, the Mennonites.
Yeah.
We saw some Mennonites.
The island had a little bit of had a Mennonite community.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
On an island. Who the fucking thought it? Oh my god, this is what I'm saying. Like,
do they have because they're farming?
They rode their bikes somehow.
Yeah. They're for people that don't know, Mennonites are essentially kind of like Amish, but they're not like fully locked in a certain time period in terms of technology. They have things like modern bicycles and so on and so forth, but they live rustically. They live by the sweat of their own brow, sort of thing, right? And they have their own Mennonite community on this island.
Cool.
It's awesome. Again, man, like that island was just so beautiful. Everything about it. In terms of like getting into your deep seated sense of community amongst your fellow man, and all the way down to just the good feeling you got just by being in this small town. I loved it there. I absolutely loved it there.
Yeah.
It sounds lovely. I like these little communities. It's nice that they still exist.
Mm-hmm. And this was the I had to take a picture so that you could see the the intricate woodwork, and like you can see right up here in the roof of it. It was beautiful.
I love that place. It's like the longhouse, right?
Yeah, it was like a little bit of a longhouse. Yeah. It was so cool. I love that place. And then I have some pictures of the second night that we were there. I don't think very many. Oh, this is from the lavender fields. All the pictures that you took of the lavender fields, Adam.
No.
So yeah, let's see here. Let's go like this. One of the things, or one of the cool things about this place is that they have this massive field of lavender, and they do all things like distill it down into lavender oil and like sell all of this kind of stuff. It's like a pretty big industry there, and it was awesome. Sanguine and I got some lavender infused vanilla ice cream, and it was delicious.
That would probably be delicious. Yeah, I love lavender syrup in basically anything.
Mm-hmm. The way I described it was that it was regular vanilla ice cream, but somehow slightly sweeter. But it didn't detract from the flavor of the vanilla ice cream. In fact, it enhanced it. So I was all like, "That's really cool." And you can see right here, this is the distilling machine. Yep.
Yeah. That's very neat.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Was it? Did it smell really nice out there?
Oh yeah. So you walk into the shop and it's just like, lavender punching you in the face. But it was.
I suppose you if you like lavender, it's a nice place to go.
Yep. Exactly. But yeah, I say that's pictures there, and then
you didn't get any pictures of Uncle Tom's candy shop?
Oh, yes, we do. Hold on. So we got this right here. On our way back, it was funny because I said, there's some places that I kind of want to stop at on our way back.
Was this on the peninsula, or was this on?
This was off Washington Island, so this was back in the peninsula. Yeah.
Okay.
In the upper peninsula area of Door, but this is a place. I said, don't laugh when we came up to it. It's a place called Uncle Tom's Candy Shop.
Okay.
And I'm all like, don't laugh, because obviously the reference Uncle Tom, Uncle Tom's Cabin, it's blah, blah, blah. But it was this little kind of shop, and what was really kind of cool about it too is that you can see this massive building right here.
Yeah.
In the back of it is a school, a local first through fifth grade school that housed
can you imagine you go to school and there's a candy shop
and there's a candy shop right next door in the same building.
Well, luckily for us, the candy shop was open, but the school was closed at the time. So
yes. So but this place is most well known for different kinds of brittle, like peanut brittle.
Oh, yeah.
Pancake mixes and chocolate bark. All three of which Sanguine bought in copious amounts before we left.
Was this before you guys went?
No, this is after. This is on our
when
way
you were
back.
leaving your trip. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see right there, there's Uncle Tom's Candy Store.
Yeah, this was before the Ren Fair excursion.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so cute. I love food touristy food stuff like this.
Yeah, I guess
and you can see right here,
Uncle
all
Tom
of these
was like a sheriff or some.
Yeah, there was a lot of
the
local...
first picture that you showed was all his
right
badges and stuff. Yeah, he was like a
and all different kinds of donations too, because you had Chicago and all the way out to New Jersey, of all different EMS and fire and police and
people who came to visit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it was great, and so it was definitely, you can see the dedication of all of the sort of public service.
Yeah.
And there, oh my God, there was tons of these patches all over the place. They were lining the walls. It was great. And then right here, all of these are the different kinds of chocolate bark. Each one of these was different.
Oh yeah, the bark. And then there was this nice old lady who came out because we were stalking the place right before the shop opened. And then,
we got there way before it opened.
and then there was a couple who came out, right after us, and they were waiting too. So when I took this picture, we were, just walking in, and this sweet old lady came up. She's like, "Hey, do you want to try this lemonade bark?" I think it was lemonade and white chocolate.
Oh. Yeah, lemon white chocolate. It was so good.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really surprising. And then right over here, you're getting into the brittles. Right there. You can see right there some of the chocolate bark.
Oh, is that, it look like actual truffles there on the left?
Yeah.
Or is that melting chips? I can't tell.
I believe they were truffles.
Melting chips. Oh, shit. I didn't even think of that. It could have been. I don't know.
It's very blurry. I can't tell if it says truffles or not, but I believe they were truffles.
Well, look, I was taking pictures, and they're all for
Oh, no.
itemized number 00A.
Yeah, for the archives.
For the
my
archives.
friend.
I wasn't paying attention to details. I was just, okay, take a picture.
No, that's all good. It's all from memory, right? All from memory. And then, this right here, they had a whole bunch of honey too, like
Oh,
handmade
yeah.
honey.
And the syrups.
Yep. And this is all the pancake mixes that they had. And then they had these things. Sanguine bought a candy cigar at one of the places that we went.
The
It was pretty
bubblegum
funny.
cigar, yeah.
Yeah, bubblegum cigar, yeah. And so I got the like 2 of the green apple flavor sticks over here before we left.
I kind of wanted to
I
get...
love those. I get them at when we go to like the market here. Whenever they have like the honey stand, yeah,
Mhm.
green apple honey. That's my favorite too. But like,
I wanted the cherry or the grape, but you can see right here they were out.
Oh, yeah.
which ones are the passion fruit? I would have gone for the passion fruit. Oh wait, are the? Oh no, these are flavored stick. These aren't honey. These are like
They're like hard candy. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, I misunderstood. I wasn't looking at it. But yeah, no, I'd be passion fruit and green apple of those. Oh my god, that'd be so good. And
Well,
watermelon if there's a watermelon.
I got the green apple ones and they were really good. I really liked them. I'm gonna say for me though, it would have been cherry and grape, but they were obviously out. So yeah. I was saying there's this really kind of cool thing right here. Pirate treasure, 3 treasures for $1. Yar. They had like fucking chocolate nickels and stuff like that in
And the
there.
Starburst.
Random.
Yeah,
random
those
candies.
that's fun.
I really did want to get one of the candy cigarette boxes.
Yeah, they had candy cigarettes at like every place we went. It was amazing. Right here,
It was
candy
here.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, and I think it was
I-
at the
it's so
the
cool they
breakfast
still
place
sell
you guys went
those.
to.
Oh yeah, the another thing we didn't get any pictures of. There was a place called Wisco. It's like the Wisconsin Island Coffee Company, WISCO, and it was like a barista sort of coffee shop, right, on
Yeah.
Washington Island. So we got it like on the way
Oh,
out
yeah,
to the
yeah.
ferry. I got a vanilla latte and a cinnamon bun. Holy fuck, that cinnamon bun was delicious. It was like the size of my fist. And it took me forever to eat it, but luckily, we were sitting around waiting for Uncle Tom's candy shop to open, so I just finished up the cinnamon bun there.
Yo, and before we get back to the candy shop, this barista shop, it was literally just a house.
Yeah, it was just a house. It was so crazy. It's like you walk in like it's a house, but it's a full-on fucking coffee shop.
Like right outside is the garage, and they have a bunch of tables, like play school tables, set up, and that's where the night before, because that night it rained, so obviously the morning nobody was sitting out there, but the night before, as we were driving through, there was a bunch of people just hanging out on these tables outside of this house. It was
Nice.
yeah, and but when you go in it, I mean, it's all remodeled inside to look pretty nice, and yeah, they had a little candy shop inside.
Yeah.
Where I
I
think
think it was like the area that goes down into the garage. It was just a massive candy shop.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, say they had the candy cigarettes there too. So there was 2 places now that we went to that had the candy cigarettes. We're like,
Wisconsin. You haven't
what?
seen any of that in fucking
years, years in Illinois. And then they had like some books, some cookbooks and stuff like that they had that they were selling there. And it was like a little bit of a museum too. There was like a whole bunch of like really old vintage stuff. And then just all the stuff that they made in house. It was incredible.
Yeah, the
Seeing all the stuff.
old golfing stuff, Uncle Tom's.
Well, welcome to Uncle Tom's. Bless this house. And you can order their stuff online too. UncleTom'sCandy.com.
Oh yeah, that's
One
the old
in history, one in the future.
that's the old confectionery machinery that they had. So
Oh, I
that's
look at the molds. Oh
yeah.
God, that's lovely. Like the Easter egg mold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
They had a bunch of it. I didn't get a lot of images of it, only because I'm not really good at getting stuff inside of the glass containers. But what I did get was
looks good enough.
yeah, it's it looked nice. And then yeah, that was the upstairs, going upstairs to the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they had it blocked off. So
Yeah, they had it blocked off because they've got like the a whole bunch of stuff there. They were selling books and like they had tourist brochures and like pamphlets and stuff like that. And then all of this was staged for all of the stuff for the school and everything. Yeah, I was saying no, that was actually a really good framed shot, Adam. But yeah, I say that was Uncle Tom's Candy Shop, and that was a lot of fun. And then another place, a couple of places that we also wanted to stop is we want to stop back at Sturgeon Bay at the game store, and then another thing we wanted to do was we wanted to go to this other place. It's a cheese shop, and they had all of this really cool shit there. And one of the major things that I wanted to get, and I say I'm just turning that off here real quick. If you want to switch it back over here, Adam.
mm-hmm.
Hello. One of the things that I definitely wanted to get while I was there is one thing I picked up here. Door County Moonshine. Cherry Moonshine.
Ooh.
50% alcohol by volume, 100 proof.
Oh God.
And there are pickled cherries floating around in there.
Oh.
So, I figured this is a perfect way to cap off the episode. I haven't even cracked this open yet. So,
Okay, so you have to give us an on-air taste test.
cheers, everyone. And I'll say
Cheers.
the perfect end to a great 2 weeks. 2 weeks I will never forget. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
Salute. Uh-oh, it froze. Oh, there you go.
It tastes pretty good. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Well, that'll get you drunk fast.
You started drinking that, and your internet decided to freeze up too. That's everything.
It was good though. It was good. I'm gonna say it tastes like rubbing alcohol, but it was good.
Oh,
Cheers, everyone.
excellent.
And say, like I said, 2 weeks I will never forget. It's been a blast. I still need to collect all of the rest of the pictures. I have stuff from the Ren Fair, but I don't have all of the stuff from the Ren Fair. So I need to get a hold. I know, Adam, you took several pictures on your phone, so I need to get those from you. I also need to get the pictures that Eve took when we were hanging out with Eve. And then pictures that Zelthor took. Zelthor gave me this amazing picture because Zelthor from California came out to Chicago. He was staying with me for a whole week. It was great. And I say he was just hanging out, and it was fun. It was fun as fuck. But he took this one amazing photo of me. I had Jake in my arms like this. I'm just leaning back, and he's just like. He's got his like little teeth.
Nice photo. Oh God, that's such a sweet photo. I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I call it my little goblin Jake, because it's kind of what it looks like. He looks like a little goblin. But yeah, it was great. It was hanging out with Zelthor for a whole week. Eve came up, and there's a couple of really great photos that Eve took. It's Eve, Kayla, me, Adam, SCP. Who hasn't been on Minions in a long time, but he actually came out and hung out in person because he lives nearby and he's a personal friend of mine. It was Zelthor and Weebo Jones. Nice. So we got all these pictures of all of us together. One of the things that we made sure to do is we all hung out at a place called Kuma's Corner in Schaumburg. It's a heavy metal themed burger joint. Absolutely delicious. And the entire time it's heavy metal playing, but it was so much fun. It was just the 8 of us hanging out. It was El Boyfriendo, Weebo, Zelthor, Eve, Kayla, myself, Adam, and SEP. So it was 8 of us. We were there for like what, 6 hours or something like that, Adam.
We were there for a while.
It was great. It was a lot of
Delicious
fun.
burgers, and I can unequivocally say that I am indeed taller than Weebo Jones.
By a little bit.
No, well, by a significant amount. But yes, so we can put that to bed.
Okay.
Yes.
I always wondered, and now we know. Thank you.
And now we know. So yeah, that's kind of been our trip. We kind of glossed over the last week, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. The major thing that I did this last week is just hung out with Zelthor for the entire time. I introduced him to things like we went and got Euros. He had never had a Euro before.
Shut up! Not from California, really?
Never had a Euro before. I was saying we have a million Greek restaurants around here, so it was, it's the sort of thing. It's like, you want to go and have a Euro?
That is necessary. Oh my god, It's like best food. Best fast food.
Well, he loved it so much that he demanded we get another one before I took him to the airport. So, there was that.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, we took him around several places. I made him teriyaki beef on one of the last nights he was here, so he got to sample my home cooking and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, overall, again, I think just these last 2 weeks have been fantastic.
That sounds like such a fun time.
Mm-hmm. And now it's time to
FOMO.
get back to the grind. Time to get back to the grindstone. I'm gonna say, here's the thing, right? I want to do it again, and I want more people to join us. So, if we can get, things motivated and things fall into the right place and stuff like that, I would love to get more and more people out for a huge camping trip out into Rock Island. That would be so much fun. One of the things that we were thinking of is seeing about trying for next year sometime, and mainly to get Eve and Kayla out there too, because one of the things that Kayla bought before coming out here for the Ren Fair is she bought and then sent to Weibo an 8-person tent.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we stayed in an 8-person tent up in Wisconsin on our last night before the Ren Fair.
Oh nice.
So yeah, that was kind of nice. I'll say this though, I was unprepared to sleep in a tent because I've been sleeping in a hammock all weekend, so I slept on the floor and it was not good for my back. But and then after that, all day I was wearing fucking heavy, actual plate armor, which I do have a couple of photos of. I have a couple of photos of the plate armor if you want me to show those off before we head out for the night, because we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. So here, let me just get that one picture of me in my full costume. Everything except for the sword. I didn't put the sword on yet. Here we go. Let me switch over here. Share screen. This one. Go live.
Oh wait. Which?
And then turn off my camera. There we go.
Nice. Wow.
And I say, yep,
Looks
that was
good.
that's my my witch hunter get up.
Like you get like extra triple points. Like, well, you should due to the facial hair, because that's fantastic.
I tried. I
actually
tried
do it. Yeah, that's very cool.
Coif it and stuff like that to kind of fit the role. And so yeah, and unfortunately for that one, I didn't again have my sword put up. And I eventually, while I was there, I got a new frog for my sword, so my sword actually sits more comfortably on my belt. So I've got that going for me now. Now I just need to get some sort of like padding for the interior breastplate, because that was sitting a little too heavy on my shoulders.
Can you get like the cotton quilting?
See, that's the thing, is everyone talks about using a gambeson, but my problem is that the way my layering works, right? I've got that white shirt, and then I've got the actual metal breastplate. Then I put the coat on, and then I put the pauldrons and the gorget on. My problem is that I don't have any real room between the shirt and the breastplate, and even then, think about how many layers I'm wearing in the middle of the heat in the middle of the summer. Do I
With
really
metal.
want to add a
Yeah.
gambeson on top of that?
Yeah, it's
So no,
pretty
what
hot
I'm
out.
thinking about doing is I'm actually thinking I need to get out my knife files, and I need to file some of the jagged edges on the breastplate down, and then I'm thinking about devising some sort of rubber padding to actually glue to the interior of the breastplate, so that I'm sitting with rubber between my actual flesh and the metal of the breastplate.
Yeah.
And I think that would probably
I mean,
feel,
it'll still add a bit of installation, but it won't be as bad.
yeah, it would definitely not be as bad as wearing a full gambeson. But yeah, I wore that all day, and at one point I was definitely feeling the heat. Let's put it that way. Everyone was concerned about it, and they're like, "You need to get something to drink, my friend," and then not alcohol.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, here I have a thing of ale. Nope.
Nope.
It was
Thankfully, this is we are in the 21st century, and water is safe to drink.
it was a really fun contrast between him and Weibo. But then again, Weibo wasn't wearing, plate armor, but at the same end, she, for some reason, managed to operate without any sort of hydration.
Oh my god, she way overdrank that whole time. She got shit faced.
Yeah, she was.
Is that the correct way of doing a rent fair?
For her it was. She was having a great time.
Yeah. No, yeah, she was. She was
That sounds
enjoying
fun.
herself.
Yes.
Good friends, good company, good
Mhm.
booze. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was definitely a great time, and I'd love to go to like other kinds of Ren fairs and everything like that too. My whole thing again is just I need to figure out something for that breastplate so it's not digging into my shoulders, because that was really, on top of all of that too, I had sunburn from the our lake trip, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
sitting
Ouch.
on my shoulders,
Yeah.
digging into the metal, digging into my shoulders, and a sunburn. It was not a pleasant time lugging around with that breastplate on. I made do. I didn't bring anyone else's trip down, I don't think. At least I hope I didn't. But yeah, that was something I definitely need to consider next time I wear this getup. And you can see right there a little bit.
Is this your first time putting this together?
Oh, yeah,
actually
this-
wearing it, I mean?
Yeah, this is the first time wearing everything. Oh, I didn't switch over my earrings yet on that. I was wearing on the first hoop there, the iron Gothic crosses that I got
What you
from
got,
Washington. Yeah. Overall, I think the profile was good. I wasn't too bulky. I wasn't bumping into anyone or anything like that. I will say this though, because I had to constantly keep shifting around the breastplate, there were several times where the pauldrons actually came off of their like seams that I was holding them on the gorget, so they slipped further down my arm. If I just fix that problem I have with the breastplate, I think it'll be fine. So. Yeah, that's really what it all comes down to. But I did get a compliment. We watched the joust, and as one of the guys riding the horse back into the stable with his full armor on, as he was coming in, he goes, "I like your armor, sir." And then I bowed and said, "Thank you, sir."
I'm still trying to figure out what this lady was talking about. Because we were waiting for, or me and SCP were waiting for you, because you were talking to the guy about the gorget,
Are you
the sword
talking about the
holder?
frog? The frog, yeah.
Yeah. The lady who was working there, who had glasses, and I think she had a cup or something like that.
Mhm.
She was holding something, but she had glasses. And at one point, she came up to me and she's like, "Hey, this show is really good. You'll like it." And she was talking about the show across the way, and I think it was a lady on a tightrope.
Okay, yeah, like the
And-
tumblers, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then we were just standing there for a bit, and then she came up again, and she's like, yeah, she'll start having cats with rings of fire and rats with rings of fire. And then I turn around, I'm like, what in the fuck are you talking about? What the hell? And so I sat there, and me and Sean were sitting there watching the show, and in good faith, she came around again, and I'm like, hey, I didn't see no cats and no rings of fire. Oh, you have to wait until 3 o'clock. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna wait till 3 o'clock.
You didn't clarify that the first
So
time.
wait.
Come on,
What the
lady.
fuck?
False advertising.
Another thing, another real fun thing that happened at the Ren Fair. I'm not sure if she talked about it on like Cocktail Hour or anything like that. Was Weebo Jones when she went to the thing? There's a place near the Joust called Vegetable Justice.
What?
It's
Okay.
it's where you throw tomatoes at an insult comic
Oh,
who's
well,
put
hold
up in
on.
a pillory.
Did she?
right?
Hold on. Did she? Because I think we walked away. I think me and or I think Sanguine, Bug, and I went looking for booze when I don't know if she was doing the knife throwing contest or the tomato throwing contest.
It might have been the tomato if you don't remember it, but the entire time the comic was making jokes about how Weibo looked underage.
Oh my god.
It was so funny. And then she comes up afterwards and like, I'm not sure if I should be offended or complimented.
Poor weebs. Oh no. Oh man.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And then, when she did the knife throwing, she ricocheted a knife that it went and got caught in the netting in the roof of the knife, like, cubicle area.
Wow.
And
Hey,
they're like, and you, my dear, no more.
hey.
We did not
She was-
get full insurance, so for you, have a bear.
She was not fully, like, trashed at this point.
No.
But it was starting to show.
It was starting, yeah. So she got a feather out of it, and she put it in her hat. It was,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
was really
very
kind
good,
of nice.
very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
There you go.
And the last thing she did say before she did get really smashed was, Adam, I promised to be on Minions show, on your Sunday show.
That's very
And-
true.
and she said,
Weebs,
"You know what?
where are you?
She even said, I'm not even gonna worry about the cocktail hour. I will just show up on the Minions because it's
Yep.
such a better show, a superior
It's such
show.
a better
I think-
show,
I
yeah.
think she was saying-
You don't have to worry about that Polly guy just flaking on you
I
sometimes.
mean,
you know, I'm just saying.
I think she was trying to say Polly, but I mean, you know, but you know, I mean, hey, that's neither here or there. We'll see again whether or not.
Yeah, so it all comes down to just cornering Weebs and say, hey, you remember this? And then she'd be like, no. I'm like, well, that's because you were drunk,
Oh.
good madam. And you
How
just gotta
convenient for you guys.
remember your obligations next time.
There were other people hanging out in the hammock area.
Yes.
And that's
Oh, we have witnesses. We have
witnesses. So. Jeez. I don't want Weibo on my show. What are we gonna talk
I
about?
want Weibo on this show. She's a perfectly sweet person.
Is she gonna tell me how to eat second breakfast? I don't need that shit.
Well, you know, she just wants to communicate her hobbit ways.
She can write me a note. I don't have to.
When we first met Weibo in real life, like when we hung out and we were on that cocktail hour, it was hilarious because I go in there, I knock on the door, to her apartment, and Eve answers. Now Eve is like a Nordic giantess. She's like fucking
Yes.
7 feet tall. She's
Oh,
massive.
yeah.
And it's funny because Eve answers the door, and then Weebo comes out of her apartment and puts her hands on her hips, just kind of like just looking down her nose at me. And it was just the juxtaposition of Eve having to look up at Eve to see her face, and then having to look down at the same angle to see Weebo. It was kind of amazing.
That sounds like something right out of a comedy, you know.
Yeah.
But that's fun.
Yeah, and then we proceeded to drink all of her booze, so that was good.
I'm the one who drank all of her wine.
Oh yeah.
She invites you over, and you drink her out of house and home.
Hey, she offered.
Look, she's the one who's really into The Hobbit. We were just playing the roles of the dwarves, okay?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
We obliged to the fans.
So,
That doesn't
what
make
the
sense,
notes
Adam.
to take away from this is stock up on extra booze.
And never invite us.
Well, no, okay, let's put it. Let's say she when she came out and everything like that, she's like, "Hey man, I planned for this. I went to Aldi and got all these bottles of wine for like $2."
Ooh.
I'm
See,
like,
hey,
"Oh, okay.
maybe that's why.
I won't let him go to waste."
Well, maybe that's why we've been keeping Sanguine as part of the party, is because son of a bitch. Either way, we're gonna get a feast.
Yep,
We will get a feast.
we will.
He'll find He'll find butter out of nowhere and just be like,
Yeah, dude.
"Look,
like
I could
again,
take
I
this
kept
butter
on saying
and-"
he was a culinary wizard, just whipping things together, and it was fucking
It
tasty
was beautiful.
every time. So credit where it's due, man. That dude knows his shit.
Yep. That's what I love. That the hotel hippie just
Yeah, hippie granny.
enamored by him, and he was just look, and all you have to do is if you massage the potatoes this specific way, you'll get it to perform. And she's just like, I'm gonna take you home with me, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, Sanguine was gonna get taken home.
And it's funny because she kept looking at her lady with the dog, and she's like, "Come over here," and the lady's like, "No, we don't need."
Oh my
another
god!
scene."
I say, it's nothing against those two either,
That was beautiful.
or
I
any of the
loved it.
people that we met on the whole thing. But I will say this: that place was like a mecca for lesbians.
Oh yeah, well, I
We
guess it
ran
was
into
their
so
hideout.
many lesbians out
Yeah.
there.
Oh shit! The people who took our campsite.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the people who took our campsite were lesbians. Gremlin Granny was a lesbian. There were so many lesbians in the lavender place. You had the two lesbians, the one shaved head one, and then the multi-dyed one. They were holding hands the entire time getting ice cream. And again, it's like no indictment of that. It's just I just thought it was really.
Well,
I
it's an
just thought it was-
observation you made.
Yeah.
That's a funny observation because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I was like, hey, it's like a mecca for lesbians. Okay, cool.
Now that he's saying this, I'm just sitting here like my eyes are just opening wide and like, oh my god,
There were
they
so
were
many
holding
lesbians.
Wow. They were reading their books right next to each other on the beach.
Yep.
Are you sure there weren't just a lot of really good friends?
Hey, well, sure.
No, these were obvious lesbians, Sora. I didn't see them like Frenching or anything like that, but no, these were obviously lesbians.
Well-
In fact, actually, our hippie granny that we were hanging out with, she kept on saying, "Come on down, wife."
No, she was definitely
What?
yeah. No, she. 'cause
Oh,
she
they're
was,
definitely just best friends, of course.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course, they're just friends.
Hey, she was a sweet old lady. I think I
She
scared her.
was.
I think I scared
like I
her
said,
with
no
the weed. I smoked.
No. Well, yeah, she was. I don't think she was prepared for something that strong either. She kept on saying that she was getting like weak
She
shit.
was like, holy
Uh,
shit.
But yeah,
I do like that Sanguine almost got adopted.
Yes,
Oh, no.
Sanguine almost got taken home.
That's what
and,
I was like, yo, Sanguine, you gotta have cards of your fucking YouTube channel, man. I mean,
yeah, right. He could have like fucking did some networking and shit. Got some fans.
he definitely earned some fans, but I think they were just gonna go home and dream of him
Yeah, pretty
cooking
much.
food for cooking food for them.
It was just a quaint little memory from a vacation, I think, for them. But
Oh,
it would have
that's
been good.
cute. That's fun. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to be around people like that because they makes
hmm
everything more fun.
It's that experience.
Yeah, like I
But
said,
hey,
one of the really cool things about that place that we stayed at, Townliner, number one, like I said, it was for sale. So Adam, if we want to try to raise some capital here, my friend. But
we can
the
do
other
it.
thing is that with it being like open air, and they had like the picnic tables and the outdoor grills and stuff, so on and so forth. It felt like you had fostered a sense of community among strangers that are just coming there for a vacation, and it was so nice. It
Yeah,
really
it's
was.
yeah, it sounds great because it's like it basically opens up communication, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you can stay in your room or if you can go out on outside, say hello to people. Yeah, it's nice.
I
It's
will,
like
Like we sat there and
RV camping
socialized
or
with
something.
people all night. It was great.
Yeah.
well, hold on. I will say, we probably wouldn't have done that if that burger joint was open.
Well, no, remember that was for dinner. Like we were
Was it?
always had plans for making dinner, and we still got something for lunch. We got remember those elk burgers?
Well,
Oh,
oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, and those were good too.
well, shit, yeah. Those oak burgers, and that was a fun spot to go hang out at too. The
Yeah, the
KK
bar.
joint or whatever it was called.
Yeah, it was this. It was like or I think it was originally like a farmer's market, but then got turned into a whole bar and grill. And the food there was absolutely delicious. The bartender was a really cool dude. Sat there and talked with him for a while. Yeah, it was great.
Damn. See the whole. Okay. All right. So we're gonna gush over this island for a couple more hours, but we have hit the I guess 2 hour mark. Shit.
Yes.
Um. uh. Well. So let's conclude this episode of the Super Sunday Show. I want to thank everyone, both in the chat and the audience and the panel there too, for joining and sharing their experiences. Hey, Quiz, thanks for sharing the images, and please send those over my way
I
when you
absolutely
get a
will. I
chance.
say I'd like to collate everything, and then what I was planning on doing is putting it up on a Google Drive and sending everyone who contributed links so that you could have access to all the pictures all at once.
Yeah, and I gotta upload my the stuff that I got on my phone. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but hey, since we're closing up the shop, do any of you wanna have some closing comments? How about you, Sora Luna?
Oh, I just wish everyone have a but let's start again. I just wish everyone will have a wonderful rest of their week or start of their week. Thank you for having me on, Adam.
It was my pleasure. Well, wonderful having you on.
Mm-hmm.
Quiz.
I had the best last 2 weeks, and I want to do it again. For all those minions who want to do something like this, let's not wait around. Life only happens once. Let us grab it by the balls and squeeze. You know what I mean? Burn. So let's not wait around and think about what could be. Get out there and do.
Holy shit, that was a
Yes.
that was a.
Rawr.
Well, there you go. Well, I wanna, I wanna thank the audience. I wanna thank the panel. I wanna thank you all for joining us, and I love you all, and God bless. And why I think the zoo is closed. Do y'all have a good night?
Good night,
Sweet
everyone.
dreams.
Take care.
Boo. Let's go. There we go. Minions of the Zoo is recorded live on tape in front of a live studio audience. Now, that was schmoozy. I gotta work on that one.